think we're live. Hey, everybody. We're back. Today is what? Tuesday. And I'm back with a whole nother mixer today. So I was going to hope for the best, but I think what I'm going to do, I see Dean is in here already. Dean says, good afternoon. Good afternoon, sir. I could use your help. What we're going to do is I'm going to play a little bit of a backing track and play my guitar for just about 10 seconds, and you just let me know what the level is there if everything sounds okay. So here is how was the level with that? Dean, if you could help me, that would be great. Like I said, new mixer, everything. I think I've got it together. It's a whole bunch of stuff, but we're gonna be talking about backing tracks today. So, or anyone who's listening, we got a couple people popping in right here. Yeah, spent a little time tuning today. All right, so let's see here. I'm going to give it a minute or two. Here, let's go ahead and play on it a little bit. See if anybody else hears. Just let me know the levels here. there we go. Thanks for joining me today. Say hi in the chat. I see there's a couple people coming in. I said hi to Dean already. What we're talking about today is the toolkit. Today, all of the background tracks were released here. So I'm going to go head over to the toolkit here and share it with you. Let me see if I can bring that up. There we go. Everything's working today. So on the toolkit, what we have here is something called the vault on the left. So we have lessons. The first lessons is blues chords you'll actually use. Goes through all the different blues chords that you would want. The second one is pentatonic and blues scales all over the neck in every key, and learning the best ways to practice them and to play them. Chapter 4 is extended scales. That's your Dorians and Mixolydians and all of those type of things. But all the way down here in chapter 6, we did combining scales in chapter 5. In chapter 6 is something called the vault. And when you open up the vault, actually I'm going to open it by clicking this big vault right here. And this is what you get. You get a video on how to use the vault, your scale section, chords, charts section, arpeggios, and backing tracks, and also practice bundles, which that's going to be coming up later this week here. And so we're going to head over to the backing track section right now. And the backing tracks section, here's what we have. We've got slow blues, 60 beats per minute. Medium shuffle, 110 beats per minute. Fast Texas shuffle, 140. 8-bar funky blues, 90 beats per minute. Jump blues, 165. Medium funk, 110. Minor slow blues, 85. Texas blues rock, 120. Soulful jazz blues, 60 beats per minute. Now those are a good cross section of the types of blues songs that you'll play in a night, in an evening of music. One of the styles here will cover all the songs that you're going to work on. But down here at the end, we have these things called vamps, and vamps are 1-chord backing tracks. Why would you do that? Well, when you go and you play over backing tracks, a lot of the times the chord changes will throw you. You're just getting used to playing over the one chord, and then it switches to another chord quickly, and you haven't been able to reset or plan for it ahead of time. So the best thing to do when you're starting to practice out over these is playing over one chord. Then when you get used to that, then the switching between chords is a whole different skill that you want to work on. So we have these different ones. Vamps, dominant for blues stuff like we're doing. Major vamps, 85 beats per minute. This is great for all sorts of different things. Blues stuff, but also folk stuff and rock. And anything that you have major chords in, and then minor vamps too. These are really, really, really important when you don't have the scales under your fingers yet, or you're not sure about your phrasing to be able to do that. So let's go ahead. Let's try one. Let's go to let's do the minor one. We were just doing dominant sound. So what we have here when we pop onto the minor one is basically you get your chord chart here, which is a minor 1 chord for every measure. So we don't really have this is a vamp, so we don't really have a chord progression. And then we have every single key that you could play that in. So A down to G sharp minor. And these are the quick ones. So if you're online and you want to practice and you just say, I'm practicing in D today, you go over, hit the D, double click, and it just starts playing. You're ready to practice. But say that, there we go. But say that you want to download that, keep it for later. All the downloads for all of these files are on the left here, so you can take it to your computer. You don't even have to be online. You can take it with you. So let's have some fun with this backing track in D minor. So I'm going to do some practice. I'm going to practice in a pattern that I don't use a whole lot. Maybe pattern 5. That one's usually pretty rough. So let's go to here's D minor. There's our D. So there's our D minor pentatonic in pattern 5. Now I'm going to try to do the blues scale, minor blues in this one. amplify the sound really nice when I don't have a lot of licks there. So what I'm going to do, on my top of pattern 1, we have this 1, 4, 1, 4. That a lot of licks are built around these notes here. 1, 4, 1, 4. A lot of bending notes. So I'm going to play that down here in pattern 5 in the middle 2 strings. Anywhere you have one of these spaces in the minor third and 2 strings next to each other, they're the same notes as the top of pattern 1. So I can take all my licks from up the top pattern 1, move them down here into the middle of pattern 5. Hey, Eddie's here. What's up, Eddie? Good to see you. Good to see you. So now I'm going to start to practice. Okay, I've worked on my minor pentatonic, I've worked on my minor blues. Let's start to do some natural work here. So natural minor pattern 5. So what do I do for Dorian? I'm going to take my natural minor, which I was just playing, and I'm going to find a 6th and raise it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is my 6th. It's the B flat. I'm going to make it a B. So now let's try and play the scale. Dorian sound that we're practiced through. And now let's go ahead and what else do we do here? Let's do a harmonic minor. Let's see what that sounds like here. So we're going to play regular natural minor. And we're going to raise the 7. Let's see if that works on this big track. All right, so let me go back to my regular camera here. There we go. So, oh, Dean's Dean's back. Okay, cool. So there we go. That was, let's go back over here. That was a slow blue, A minor vamp, about 75 beats per minute. But now it's time for me to start playing over some chords. I'm going to pretty easily head over here. Now all the backing tracks are up here on the right. So say you're playing your vamp here. That's the last one here. Say we're going to try to do, let's do like a jump blues, something really fast with, let's see here, something really fast in the key, in a different key. So that was in D. Let's try, let's try a weird key. Let's try B flat or A sharp here. Let's see what happens here. So now, this is going to be dominant. Okay, so we're playing over the jump blues. You realize, B flat, man, B flat's a key that I don't normally play in too much. I need to practice that over a one chord over a vamp. So I'm gonna go head over to my vamps, quickly pick B flat, which is the same as A sharp here, and then now I can just play over the one chord without all the chords changing, so I can really start. And it's a little slower. So I can find, where are my strong notes in B flat? So I got root, third, fifth, flat seventh, root, third, fifth, flat seventh, and third. Okay, so I've taken the time to learn my strong notes and I'm playing them over pattern one. Let's do a little playing and then pick one of those as punctuation. Let's pick the flat seventh. End every phrase on my A flat. So when you end on the A flat, it has a little bit of a tension. Let's change it to the third. So the third in B flat is in D. So I'm going to play a little bit and then end my opening song in D. See what it sounds like. What does it sound like on the fifth? So our fifth is F. Let's try to hit some licks on the fifth. Back to the fifth. So now you're saying, that's what I was asking about. Let me see. Did that turn it down, Dean? Just like a Y or an N? Yeah. Better. Okay, great. So what I was doing is isolating the chords to practice over. Finding, okay, I'm in a new key. I'm not really used to playing this key. And so I play over the blues backing track, and I had a whole bunch of different keys and different styles that I could play in, and realizing that B flat is something that I might need some practice on. So I might go ahead and isolate B flat with one of the vamps there. Maybe a little more. Okay. Yes, I got a new. There we go. So so I might want to isolate those chords. You might do 2 chords at a time. Start working back and forth, and there's something about that coming up pretty soon too. So let's listen to some of these other backing tracks that went up today. Let's see here. So let me start back from the beginning again. And I'll share it with you here. Okay, so we're going to go over to the vault, and we'll pick the backing tracks. And let's listen to a few other ones. So we did, what did we do? Oh, let's listen to the 8-bar blues. We talked about the 8-bar blues a lot the other day. Let's listen to what it actually sounds like and how to play over it. So you're thinking, okay, well, this is different. This is a little... let me turn the backing track down a little bit more before I get started. It doesn't want to do. Okay, well, maybe it'll be okay. Let's give it a shot. Oh, it doesn't want to give me the volume control. Well, let's try a 8-bar blues, and let's try it in E. So now if you're not sure about what the chord progression is, just scroll down and you have what we have is a 1 chord going to a 5 chord. Let's see. How's that? It's perfect. Okay, good. All right, so now we're going to play over this 8-bar funky blues backing track. So we have E, to a B7, to an A7, back to an E, to B, and the turnaround E, A, E, B7. So these are. Okay, so we'll start at E major pentatonic. Now minor pentatonic. Back to E major pentatonic. E major pentatonic again. Now E minor pentatonic over the A7. Minor blues. Now let's try minor pentatonic over this now. So what I was doing with this is an 8-bar blues. Let me bring the track back. So this is an 8-bar blues. So in the key of E over our 1 chord, this is an E7. Bar 2 is a B7. Bar 3 is an A7. So those are there are 3 blues chords right away. 1 measure, 2 measure, 3 measures. And then we hang on the A7 for 2 measures there. Now on the next one we have the 1 and the 5, just like the beginning, but this time it does a turnaround. 1, 4, 1, 5. So I started off on the 1 chord in E major pentatonic, excuse me, key V. Now it switches quickly to the 5 chord. I stayed in that A major, because I knew that the 4 chord's coming up, which is going to be a big, when that 4 chord comes in, it's a big harmonic difference, right? So I'm saving my switching of the scales for that 4 chord. So when I hit that 4 chord, I move to A minor pentatonic. So I'm not playing to the chord yet. I'm still just playing the scales going back and forth. So here it is. Here's the chord. Here's an E7, major pentatonic. And then E, then it goes to a B7. Stay in E major pentatonic. Then we're going to go to the A7. This is where I'm going to E minor pentatonic. It's a big departure from the major pentatonic, and the 4 chord really wants to hear something different. Then I go back to the 1 chord, E major. And now for the 5 chord, stay there. Now for the turnaround, I'm going to go to minor pentatonic for that. So I'm switching back and forth major, minor pentatonic the whole time. So the turnaround is 1, 4, 1, 5, which is E7, A7, E7, B7. So if you have your guitar with you, play along with me. So I'm going to try these scale patterns just over top of that. So let's start at the beginning here. So this is A7 back to E7 to B7, E7, turn around. So E major pentatonic. Stay. Minor. Back to major. Major. Minor pentatonic. Here we go. E major. Minor. Major pentatonic. Let's try reverse, minor pentatonic first. Major pentatonic. And all major at the end. Minor. To major. Back to minor. Let's try one more thing. How could I make this a little bit more interesting? Well, maybe I'll play to the chord a little bit. Let's see, everybody's trying to help me with this. While the backing track is playing, can you also switch to the scale sheets? Yeah, so while the backing track is playing, can I also switch to the scale sheets? This is the only thing I have where it's both the playing and the scale sheets. It makes me this small and this big. I can't make these even or so you can see both at the same time. What do you say? Okay, so this is about what if this the scale sheets. Yeah, of course. So let's see here. Let's do E minor. I get what you're saying now. So let's go back to the dashboard here. Yeah, I'm gonna have to share this in a different way. So let me stop sharing here. Okay, so now I'm going to share this in a different way. So let's go to all right. Okay, I get it set up to show you how you can do this here. So let's do major pentatonic and major blues. All right, so I'm going to have to share the whole screen here too, because this shares by the tab. All right, share screen, entire screen here. There we go. All right, when I'm practicing on, yeah, you definitely, so you hit play here, and then you can run over. I have it open in another window right here, but we have backing tracks. I mean, so you can have it either open in another tab, and backing, but I also have the practice bundles that will have it all on one sheet as well too, to make it you don't have to look for it. But here, if you want to do this on your own, you're saying, okay, I'm playing in the key of E, and I want to have let's see here, major pentatonic and blues scales. Let's see here, chapter 3. Okay, I'll just go over to the vault. Scales, I'm in E. I want to do my E major pentatonic. Come over here and grab it. Let's see, let's go down to E real quick. E. Let me make this a little smaller so it fits on the screen. So if I want to work my way through the scales, I can just go back and forth. So here's my E major pentatonic. Pattern 4. Let's see here, where are we at? So E major pentatonic is 9th. I think I skipped 5th. Go all the way to that top one here with the 12th fret. So the answer is you can do it. There's two ways that you can do that. One is to do like I just did, which is to open the new one in a new tab, and you can go back and forth while the track is playing. But I have something coming up this week called a practice bundle, and the practice bundles, they will have it all on the same page. This has all the keys, so you can just, I wouldn't know which key that you were picking to have it on this page, because this has all the different keys. But say you picked, say you want to learn something in E blues, I'll have a practice bundle in E, which will have a backing track, a little bit of a lesson on it, and the scale sheets, chord charts, everything that you need right there for a specific one as well too. But this is the mix and match. If you just say, hey, I just want to play in G sharp today, and you can quickly open up a G sharp scale and just put it in another tab, and it'll still play when you go back to the other tab. You just go back and forth. So two different ways that you can do that. Okay, everybody. So we're slowly getting this thing going. Today was the backing tracks. And they're a lot of fun. I was having fun playing with them earlier, and we have a few more days of some things coming up. The practice, the 5-day practices are coming up next, and then the practice bundles will happen after that. So it's going to be a lot of fun. By the end of the week, we should. There's a lot of stuff in here, I'm telling you. So great to see you. There was Dean. Super. Thank you, Dean. Good to see you. We had Eddie was in here earlier. Great to see you, Eddie. And I'm going to go ahead and cut it short today, and be back tomorrow at 4. And then we also have Q&A at 5 in the Academy there too. So we'll do this at 4 o'clock, and then head over to the Academy and we'll do a bunch of questions and answers over there too. So thanks, everybody. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.